Hello again everyone, my name's Yogdog and welcome to another episode of Terra Invicta. We are going to be starting a new one. I think we learned a bit in the first attempt and we want to build up upon that and hopefully do a little bit better at the start this time. So, just wanted to kind of have a look at the thingy there. Space station, that's fine. So on Earth, we probably need to focus on getting some nations under our control. So
this is our councillors. This is your.
There's an obvious first step, I think.
Which one? Oh, the alien crash site.
Well, no, I was more thinking of retaking Madagascar, but sure, go ahead with the alien crash site.
So, how... I want to do your missions. Join the mission phase, select one of your councillors.
So we have to advance time until the mission phase, I think.
So it's the 1st of October. Yeah, there we go. So I think we're going to send our worst one in. We have 2 recruits this time. We have a scientist with an addiction problem, which isn't great. Ethical physicist, quick learner is not too bad, but yeah, addict is rough. Less income, much less security, and yeah, he's probably going to be spotted very quickly. But we can use him to go look at the crash site.
We'll recon the site. Where to? Ready for orders.
And then we're going to use this other person to go after a nation. I mean, he's got natural 24% scores already.
He really did roll well, didn't he?
Yeah. Should we go for France again?
France or the UK do seem to be rather good picks here, don't they?
So UK has better science, doesn't have any boost. France does have boost, Germany doesn't. So the major advantage of France is it has boost.
Yes, and boost is going to be pretty important if we want to go for any habs whatsoever. So yeah, I think France is a really good pick to start with.
Bringing them on board.
I'm going to spend the influence, I feel like it's going to be worth doing.
Our researchers are asking.
It might have been good to save the influence until we have a look at buying new councillors.
True. That's, I mean, we can look who's available. One's got 7 plus 3, so basically 10. Oligarch isn't great though.
Well, Oligarch has very nice income and means that in some nations he'll be very useful, and in others he'll be slightly less useful. I think Oligarch is not something that we should cut him out for.
True. I think he's going to be good to get eventually. Oh, some of your traits are good and others are really not so good. Well, actually maybe not. Cynic is good for investigation at least. What are the cheap ones? Commando. Investigator and journalist. Veteran, corrupt, connected, suspicious, government. Affluent, inscrutable. Connected, suspicious. I mean, it's a couple that I'd like, but I think getting a large control point straight away would be really good for us.
That is true.
Yeah, I think what we do here is just continue like that. So we are already investigating the alien crash. We need to set a research priority. Let's go for mission to space again. And I think we just continue with time here. We don't need to do too much else, right?
I don't think so, not at the moment.
So France actually has more nuke barrages available than Britain does. I think one of the things we are going to have to do is some public relations in France at some point if we do get in control of it.
Yes, we aren't the most popular people there.
All nations gain 1 cohesion.
Prepping for mission. Laying the groundwork.
Be nice to get control of the 1st Division Blinde. Wonder what we can actually do with those armies.
Well, I think we can see Russia in the early days is using one to try and take this part of Ukraine.
So I'm guessing you can use it to take over land then. Maybe we should unite the European Union by force. First Guard's tank army is looking a bit worse for the wear. Oh, we need to get our management team again. Should we go for...
I think now that we know just how important the influence is for improving our chances to take control points, we really need that influence.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm gonna take things up to 4 speed. Please roll.
We found something.
Okay, we gained some influence, gained some research. Sure. So we're going to change project to alien signatures.
We've got our people in place.
Yes, it succeeded.
Our councillor has gained the support of people in key positions of power in a nation. We should consider what our priorities are for that nation. Our current councillors are stretched thin. I recommend, as we expand, remember, Commander, research data.
Okay, we can go through all of those. We rolled a 48. It was successful. Oh, that's good news. The trade unions, I think it is under our control. So organisations based in this nation cost less influence, we get investment points, we get funding, we get research, we get boost. I think we just try and reinforce in France. We want to get as much as we can, right?
Yeah, I certainly think reinforcing our position in France is a good idea. We probably want to look at getting a councillor who can improve public opinion of us as well.
Well, one of the things here, if we get the mass media, we get bonus to public campaign missions in this mission. So that would also boost that particular thing to help us. So there's an argument to be made to go for another good chance and then recruit another councillor, as opposed to go the other way around. But the mission does require us to get another councillor straight away. I suppose we could just go for natural rolls for a little bit and see what we get. %24 chance. Oh, so the more you spend, the... Should we just spend 4 influence? Trying above 50% chance?
Yeah, I think that's a decent roll to make.
Establishing our presence.
Ready to go.
And then the other person... What's it? We got advise. We got control nation. Yours isn't very good though. Your persuasion is pretty meh. Madagascar?
It is tempting.
Just spend 2 influence for 69% chance.
Nice.
I think we go for it.
Establishing control.
So that still leaves us nearly 40 influence. We got a good success chance in both. UN Security Council meets. Do we go for the small public opinion boost or the large one? The problem is it does cause influence.
It doesn't cost influence. We gain influence.
Oh shit. It helps if I read, doesn't it? Gain 50 influence. That's a lot of influence.
It is. I don't know about the information though. I wish it would tell us what that means.
Well, we tried this one last time and it seemed fine. Let's go for the big one and see what happens, if anything happens.
Yeah.
They are here to cleanse our sick world. The
So we
aliens
encountered
are
the
our
servants, that's fine. Oh, there is a councillor in France. I guess we probably need to hunt them down. So we want someone potentially with really good espionage. Yeah, maybe we go for you for detain councillor and go after the other factions. Councillor in France.
That's an option. The journalist, Masayu Abu, at the top there. Would she be able to? She can turn councillors. What would that mean?
Where is it? Must know the target's actual loyalty attribute to attempt this mission. And the espionage is a little bit lower compared to the investigator, who has 8. I'm going to let you pick. Which one should we go for?
Let's scroll down a bit as well, just have a look at some of the others. Let's have a look at Cassandra Pino there. She's completely useless against other councillors, and we're not really looking for someone along her lines. Gandhi's
17 monthly influence income.
It is really impressive, that. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be the investigator or the commando if we're going to be going for other people's councillors, maybe the journalist.
I think the investigator is expensive in terms of money, but 6.2 influence.
What's our income looking like at the moment in terms of money?
10, so half our income.
Oh, that's rough.
I mean, we could just go for Cassandra because she's got a couple of decent stats. 6 is not too bad for persuasion. We could use her for control nation, for example. And the money and influence is nice. Influence especially.
What does indulgent do?
Just affects loyalty slightly if we have no money, but
She's got 3 apparent loyalties, so we're very likely to lose her if we ever have no money. So we will have to remember that, but at the same time, she is pretty good otherwise.
she's also part of a government who might get access to orgs not available to other councillors. Slightly better investigation. Oligarch is nice. Slightly more persuasion in higher inequality nations. Affluent, more income. Suspicious for the investigation is nice. And Megastar is good as well. I think we recruit them. Basically, they're going to be paying for themselves in a couple of months just on influence.
True. Yeah, it's worth doing, I think.
We can't do anything with them until the next one, though.
We can also recruit a 4th.
So we could. Which one was it? It was this one again. So we could get the investigator anyway. Again, though, that money hit. Although it's slightly offset by the money now it will be getting from our other one, so it's more affordable.
Yeah, I still really like the idea of the journalist, honestly.
Journalist. Affluent.
The ability to turn a councillor sounds very useful.
Connected, suspicious. And they're cheap. Let's recruit them. We can't do anything with them until the next phase anyway, so... You're ready to get started, we will give you a mission as soon as we can.
We've got our people in place.
Oh, okay. Critical success in Madagascar.
Glorious.
So we now have executive power over there, and public opinion shifted in our favour by 5%.
Our supporters are in place.
And we have the other France control point as well. Yes! So we now have 2. We got the mass media, which means bonus to public campaign missions here. I think it's all going pretty swimmingly in France for us.
I think our new journalist might well be able to do those public campaign missions as well, which will be very useful.
So our next one is not going to be too soon. 15th of October, so one more day. Right, what's the plan here then? We got 12 influence to work with.
Reporting in.
I mean, I think we try and max out our chances here. Four influence seems a good bet again.
Yeah, I think that works.
Taking control.
What's the op?
And then we need to decide
here.
what we're doing with the others. So you can control nation, or you can go to ground. You can't do anything else at the minute. Where do I even send you to control nation at? Could go for another place like
We could throw a bit of influence at Portugal, or we could go for Norway or something similar.
yeah, Norway's got a good GDP. I think we give Norway a go. Well, okay, maybe not the greatest, but it's still a pretty advanced nation in comparison to many others.
Bringing them on board.
And I don't think we're going to get a better
Your
percentage
orders?
chance with them.
Ready.
Bang for your buck wise, so... increased public campaign. Increased public support. 79% chance to spend a little bit of money. Should we spend 20 or 40?
Honestly, I'd be tempted to just go for 10. We're not getting very different numbers
True.
from spending more.
Yeah, let's go for 10.
I will try to sway the public. Where do you need me?
And then we have another public campaign we could do, but just do 2 of them maybe.
We could go for other EU nations, I was thinking.
Not really got a chance of controlling them, and could go for the UK.
Setting up a public thing in a public campaign or something in Benelux or Spain or Portugal could be good.
Benelux 1.7, Spain basically 2 billion, Portugal is not as much. Let's go for Spain.
Making our case.
And I think that's everyone set. So we need to check our nation's priorities. That's fine. Do we want to change priorities here at all? I think resist seems fine.
I'm really unsure.
Inequality is currently moderate, but slightly going down. If we take control of... Yeah, we just leave it as is. We won't mess about until we got full control. And then we'll maybe think about investing a bit into specific areas. Let's see whether there's anything else elsewhere. Humanity first in Russia. And Germany. Humanity first seems to be pretty good at getting places under our control.
Yeah.
Brazil has 2 already taken by the servants and the academy. And that seems it really so far.
There's someone in Italy there, I think.
Ah, yes, there is the Protectorate. So we need to build a council. We need to assign a council to defend interests mission. We'll probably do that in the next one, maybe. We need to found a station still, for which we need to save up boost. We're currently in the middle of researching alien signatures. So we need to research We Are Not Alone. So I think we're just on a timer still at the minute here.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
We now have 19% support in France. Excellent.
The people will come to our side.
We've got another 8% over in Spain. I have a bad feeling that our rolls have been too good. The next France one's going to fail.
We've gained significant support.
Nope, we got Norway.
We've gained significant support.
And France. So
Yeah, this is really working out.
So now we just need the executive control in France. There's an enemy council in Italy, somewhat expected. So we need to be waiting until this phase again.
At your service.
This council we got at the start has been so helpful. I'm going to invest 8 this time.
We do have influence to burn.
We'll be running this place in no time.
Acknowledged.
We are probably just going to
Acknowledged.
do another public campaign in France as well.
Making our case.
Just focus on
Ready
Spain.
for my mission.
Ready for orders. We must persuade the people.
Acknowledged.
And we probably going to try and take control of
We'll be running this
Norway
place
as
in
well.
no time.
I feel like this one's gone much better overall so far.
We've been, well, we've actually understood what
Our
we're
cause is
doing rather than
unjustified
just
to them.
flailing around.
Yeah. So we got a bad roll for the public campaign in Spain.
It was inevitable.
Yeah.
Public opinion is moving in our direction.
France is now at 24% in our favour.
Prepping for mission.
Alien signatures researched. Excellent. So now we need to investigate alien abductions. We need to do a surveil location missions near any alien crash sites. Right, let's go with audience research again. We want that influence.
We're taking over.
So Norway's fully under our control.
Our presence
As is France.
growing.
We even got a critical success. We got another 3% in France.
You love to see it.
We believe we can join them as brothers and sisters if we only convince them we are worthy.
The Academy encountered. So we have full control over France, including, I believe, their army now. Spotted a council in the Academy in the Tokyo region of Japan. Wonder how you do anything with armies. Capable of gaining and holding territory. Control of an army is gained after councillors get at least partial control of a nation. Remain subject to the international relations of our home countries. Can be managed with sufficient control of a nation. Have a headquarters region in their home nation. Some of the armies have a navy upgrade. Interesting.
France does seem to have a navy. 4.3 strength.
Yeah, freedom of the seas.
Yeah.
So we now have access to nukes. Or will do, eventually. I think we are gonna put slightly less into build army.
I doubt we need any armies yet, anyway.
We don't need mission control as much yet either. We need the boost mod and we need mission control.
Yes, absolutely.
So let's reduce that. I mean, we'll leave some going. Funding. I think funding is fine to be left. I think we get rid of spoils.
Yeah, it does seem like spoils is going to be an issue, because it does have the warning symbol that it mentions.
Yeah.
So they're more likely to attempt to overthrow us because they don't like that we're not giving them money. Do you think we could get into the Bastille and grab some guillotines?
I think we may well need to. I think I'm going to drop on military as well. Drop it to 1. Internal security, military technology, lowers unrest, increases miltech. I just want to focus on boost as much as possible to begin with. Economy and welfare.
I agree, but I think we probably do need to be putting some points into spoils, because we cannot deal with those. We cannot deal with a coup d'etat right now. I think it was saying we need at least 19%, which is one hell of an investment.
We can direct invest as well, but we need to save up to do that.
Yeah, we do not have the 1k that it needs.
I think we should be fine to just keep going for a bit. So we have a full A. We got the army under resistance control. I do think we need to think about
Your orders.
supporting France as much as we can here.
Yes, and our scientist there does have decent administration and science, so an advised action on that would probably be very worthwhile.
Lend in my expertise.
Let's get
Got shit for command, but we're not looking for combat right now, so that's okay.
Yeah. Defend interests as well. We don't want them causing issues.
Yes, I think defend interests here would be very worthwhile.
That is our very expensive, well,
Standing
our
by.
best one though. Is there someone else that can do it instead? Increase unrest, set national policy. I probably just want you to do a public campaign again.
I will
One
tell
of the
our
things
story.
That,
Acknowledged.
Masayu Abu will be very good at.
Where do
I
you
think,
need me?
Is investigating and
Reporting in.
talking to other people's counsellors. That's one of the reasons I kind of liked the idea of her.
Yeah. I mean, we need to do some investigation against the aliens at some point. I can't remember exactly where it was this time. But,
Securing our control.
Commander, other factions have footholds in many of Earth's nations. If necessary, our counselors can move to root them out.
we could go and steal one or two in Germany long term, but maybe not straight away. And then that just leaves our really good one. Should we go after the Benelux, maybe?
I think cementing control in Spain might be worthwhile.
Well, we get an 88% chance without investing anything. 90% we invest 1 influence.
We'll bring this nation to our side.
Let's do that. The Franco-Iberian Union. So I think what I'll do is we'll see whether any of these succeed, and then at the next set of missions I'll finish this episode.
Offer in council.
Lending my expertise to France. Seems good.
It boosts. I'm not sure how useful it'll be, but it's something.
Protecting our interests.
Defend missions. Control is protected until 8th of May 2023. That's quite a long time. We shall take that. Economic development. I think we just go for the boost again. Boost and spaceflight program priority.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Takes a while to get boost.
The Sirat al-Baqarah teaches that in the creation of...
Alright, we're going to do the same as the last time, which was advanced chemical rocketry.
We've moved the needle.
35% now in France. We are the biggest one there. Each one, so the better it is, the more influence you get. Okay. Hopefully our attempt in Spain is successful. And there's the first alien fleet again.
Our supporters are in place.
Nice. Okay. November 8th, so 1 more day, and there we go. We can confirm assignments again next time. I think that one went pretty well.
Yeah, we've got control of a rather powerful nation. We're not getting outstripped by everyone this time round. Because you did spot that slider now, and we can actually do missions with a decent chance.
I think that's literally the only thing I spotted. That's been my contribution to this campaign. It's so many menus now to keep track of is a little bit difficult, but
we've got boost building up. We've got 0.1 at the moment. We need what, 1.5 to put something in space?
I think so. So I have to scroll out. Then at the bottom, found platform. Yeah, I need 1.5 boost. And we're at 0.1. Daily income is 0.01.
Money's starting to flow in very nicely. Yeah, I think we're doing all right at this point. It's very difficult to tell, but we do seem to have more control points than anyone else. We've got them in a very desirable country. Like the only more desirable country that anyone's got control over would be Russia, I think.
Let's see. Russia has more GDP, but their military tech isn't advanced. Their democracy rating is much lower. Their research is lower. They do have slightly more money, but they have less monthly investment points. They have less boost, but they do have quite a lot more mission control. How many nukes? They got 30 nukes. Okay, they actually have more than the US do. So there is that to bear in mind. But overall, seems pretty good. I think next time we solidify control in Spain. just to maybe we should just focus in Europe to begin with, trying to get as much control, although we do need to be wary of control point value.
Yeah. I mean, holding France is probably going to be the majority of our control point upkeep anyway, so...
Poor Norway. We keep forgetting about Norway.
Well, Norway's just kind of there and contributing a bit of research and money. It's not really doing much beyond that.
I think we next time continue on increasing public opinion in both France and Spain, and just focusing on improving these two countries, and getting our research done and getting our first platform out.
We could also have a look at getting a little bit of control in China or the US by throwing a whole pile of influence at it.
Yeah, getting control of, I don't know, let's say the financial sector in the US would be great. And you get an infantry division out of it as well.
The financial sector controls an infantry division. Right.
Why not?
I mean, I've always known the banks were a little bit too influential, but it seems a bit much.
Funny. Alright, well, that seems a good place to end for this one. Once again, everyone, thank you very much for watching this series of Terra Invicta. We hope you've been enjoying it so far. Any last words, Ben?
I'm pretty happy with how much better this run's been going. I think we made the right decision to restart, even if it would have been interesting to see just how hard we failed on the other one.
Yeah, I suspect we would have fallen behind very quickly. I think it's a lot harder to purge than it is to take a neutral one.
It's a different stat call, so it might have been easier if we had someone with enough espionage or whatever.
Well, we have our research, we have our boost. Now we just need to wait for a bit and continue completing some of these missions. We need to assign a councillor to a purge mission at some point, so we have someone who can do that. We still need to get our research done and then get a 5th councillor, and we need to get that station built, but...
Oh, one thing we could do is have a look at the research and find out where clandestine cells is, because that's something we absolutely need.
I think it's one of these. I'm not sure if I can see projects. I don't think the tech tree shows thingy, does it?
There's a search up in the top there, so if you hit view full tree and then search for clandestine cells. We'd need to hit the view full tree as well, I think. Well, that lagged my stream quite a bit.
Yeah, it does that because it's so huge.
Yeah, so now we've got... This does seem to be showing the things that we can research, so yeah, there it is.
It's literally...
So it's just alone. That's really easy. Yeah. Okay.
Take a bit to get, but... So which ones we're not on? This one here. So we just have to wait until that one ticks over.
Yeah, once our audience research concludes, we could think about throwing some research towards it. Even if we don't get control over what's researched next, it'll still be useful to have.
Yeah, the quicker we get this, the quicker we can get the next tech. Right, well, I think that'll be us. Thank you very much for watching, everyone, and we'll see you in the next one.